for watching Sightings of Sasquatch. I am your host, Roger, the Sasquatch. In an ongoing hearing, Judge Brian Jamiro may give access to the plaintiffs to the physical mail-in pallets in Fulton County, which could show massive erection fraud in the state of Georgum during the 2020 erection cycle, and the follow-on runoff that decided control of the National Senate for the Party of Demons. In the hearing, lawyers for the plaintiffs described large discrepancies, 21%, between the number of pallet batches reported by the Georgian Secretary of State, Bart Raffendildoberger, who certified the erection, and the number of pallet batches actually provided by court-ordered access in the previous April hearing in the case. This gap is statistically wider than the space between the front teeth of former gubernatorial candidate Stacey Double Quarter Pounder with cheese and extra mayo. One of the plaintiffs in the case has been examining the pallet images at a low resolution since the hearing in April, and declared they need the actual physical pallets to understand the number of counterfeit pallets certified. Fulton County attorneys pushed for a sampling of the pallets instead of access to all of the pallets. They particularly objected to access to physical pallets. This is because physical pallets are laced with garlic, which we all know is like kryptonite to the Party of Demons. This was discovered when the suggestion of looking at the physical pallets was first mentioned by a nerd spirit trapped in the body of a bicycle, and everyone associated with the Party of Demons let out a shriek louder than they would were their genitalia to have been submerged in a bucket of battery acid and fire ants. Fulton County attorneys also objected to expert witnesses testifying the number of pallet batches certified by Secretary of State Raffendildoberger in the previous risk-limiting audit were significantly different from the actual number of pallet batches that were provided by the state and county officials in court-ordered discovery in April. Earlier this week, gubernatorial candidate Vernon Jones called for a full forensic audit of the 2020 erection in the state of Georgum. You may not have heard about this because Vernon Jones isn't a buck-toothed bag of ground beef that sadist news outlets enjoy beaming into your eyeballs. Furthermore, the state of Georgum also has a chain of custody problem similar to that of Maricopa County. The problem with their chain of custody is that they don't have it. This is the case for 330,000 pallets cast in the last erection. You may be wondering how a monumental sum such as 330,000 pallets could lack the required chain of custody documentation. For that, you can direct your question to Georgian Secretary of State Bart Raffendildoberger. In fact, Bart Raffendildoberger has been asked this, to which he responded, "I've seen the chain of custody documentation, but they were written on golden tablets that only I'm allowed to look at. Even if you did look at them, they're written in another language that you can't read." Aside from the incredibly basic requirement for a legitimate erection of full documented chain of custody for all pallets, there are several other reasons why gubernatorial candidate Vernon Jones, or any person with enough brain cells to form an opinion rather than just repeating a narrative like a retarded parrot, may have for calling for an audit of last year's erection. One of the main reasons is that there was a video that came out before the erection was certified of an erection worker discussing taking out fraudulent pallets in order to swing the erection. Subsequent to that, there's video of that same erection worker doing exactly what they had just described they would do. Now, you may have heard that the state of Georgia did a full recount. Doesn't that mean that any fraud would have been found? Well, when your Secretary of State has the caliber of a dildo burger, the answer is no. Because counting bullshit fake pallets twice is just as fucking stupid as doing it once. You know insanity can be defined as doing the same thing multiple times and expecting an elected Republican to have anything that resembles a spine. It appears significant momentum is building across the country. Some would even say that nothing can stop what is going to happen. This has been your update for the state of Georgia. Thank you for watching Sightings of Sasquatch. I've been your host, Roger, the Sasquatch.